Hello y'all, welcome to part 4 of my Union of Britain, William V Path playthrough in the Hearts of Iron 4 mod, Kaiserredux. In part 3, we invaded the Dominican Republic and Haiti and made them into puppets. We fought an Irish rebellion, and also we defeated the Third International faction with the aid of the Rights Pact, which include the German Empire and all their allies, and the Entente, which includes the French national state, I believe, and the Kingdom of Canada. And at this point, we're in a peace conference regarding the fate of the Third International, and our main goal here is to just take territory in South Africa, then maybe Italy, I don't know. And the reason why we need some territory in South Africa is just so that we can expand into Africa, because the Deutsche Middle Africa country, the main colonial authority of the German Empire on the continent, kind of collapsed and fell apart. So there is some opportunity for expansion for the Kingdom of Britain here. So let me now pass. I'm going to pass a couple times to get all the war score I need to get all the territory here. Pass. Pass one more time. And I think, let me do one more time just to be safe. Good, so now let's grab everything here in South Africa. Make sure we get absolutely everything. Take all states. Yes, Lesotho, Transvaal, Natal, Swaziland, Eastern Cape, Orange Free State, and Cape Town. So let's now go up to Italy, the Socialist Republic of Italy, which is southern Italy. Basically, start taking territory from them. Sicily, actually no, just in turn. Let's start taking territory now. Our goal here is just basically to make a puppet out of southern Italy for the Kingdom of Britain. And pass again. Keep taking territory though. Is France still being carved up? Yes, it is. So let's take all these states, grab everything we can. Let me pass one more time to guarantee I'll get everything. They're just taking their sweet time carving up France, aren't they? It's mainly going to be between the Union of Britain, the German Empire and Canada. Meanwhile, the French national state, who has a lot of claims on France, mainland France, is probably not going to get nothing out of this peace conference. So let's keep taking territory here, keep grabbing all this, and actually let me pass one more time. Pass again. And let's take all of Italy. Get all this under our belt. All of SRI anyway. In turn. Keep taking territory. Good, now let's move on to Finland. And our aim is to ultimately make puppets out of Italy, South Africa, and Finland, I guess. Although our little adventure into taking all of Finland's territory may backfire, because there is potential for a possible Russian invasion, so we will have to be careful of that in turn, once we take the Alan Islands here in turn. So pass one more time, or no. Is Germany even interested in taking Finland? I don't know. Let's just take everything on the coastline, take Lapland or not. Take all this up here to deprive Sweden of any potential territory, so we can take it all for the Kingdom of Britain and its finished puppet in the near future. There we go. In turn. And that's all the Third International. So let's end this peace conference now. Hit done. And the world has been split apart. And now, shortly, we should get some decisions that will make it so we can make puppets out of the SRI, South Africa, and Finland up here in the north. Since we're done fighting in Europe, I'm going to go ahead and start moving all of our armies to, well, South Africa, and just assign one country to each army, basically, and have them push into those places. Like, say, Army 1 will take up Dionten Kamfer, then another army will invade Namibia, then another one will go after Barostan, then Nord Rhodesian over here, and so on and so forth. We'll actually probably end up having to combine forces later on, but not too worried about it right now. Just get enough units down here. Just get them all in this area. That's all I gotta do. And bring out the 4th Army, get them down here also. That's gonna be done now. And we have a lot of things we need to do. Research slot available. Research slot available indeed. Let's research assembly line production. We have a lot of research slots. Excavation 4. And for infantry, let's go after... No, that's way too advanced for us. Let's research the next close air support tech, Typhoons. And let's move a bit of the British Air Force down to South Africa, just so we can establish air support there. And let's also stop our Navy from doing anything. Just take a break. Guys, you're not really needed anymore, since we don't really have to worry about any kind of naval invasions at this point, I would think. Move this motorized unit here. That's been deployed to Army 4. And we have some free military factories. Start making more advanced planes, make Spitfires instead of Hurricanes, make more firearms for the Army to upgrade their equipment. That's all good. Now let's move some planes over. Move these planes here, for example. What's the capacity of those air bases in South Africa? Let me find out. So this is 600, this is 200, and this is, we don't have, actually, that's not, we don't control that. So 200, 600, and 200. So overall, we can put about, at this time, 1,000 planes in South Africa. So let's start moving some aircraft then. Move, say, 2 squadrons of RAF fighters, and the rest is just going to be bombers and such. Just move every plane we have down there. Just focus entirely on Africa at this point. Get over here, do air support in South Africa, move the entire Air Force there. And well, except for the naval bombers, they're not really needed here. Move all these planes though. Let's actually move the Navy down here also. Although I don't think they're really going to be useful. It's probably, we're better safe than sorry having them just nearby as we expand into the remnants of Deutsche Mittelafrika and try to capture it for Britain's glorious king, William V, not Wilhelm II. I mean, it is Wilhelm II, but you get what I mean, hopefully. Unassigned divisions, more infantry, assigned them to Army 5, who is set to expand alongside the 2 other armies into enemy territory, well, soon to be enemy territory. Let's go from extensive conscription down to a limited conscription. We have enough manpower. And also go, is that it? Doctrines available. Let's continue on our way in operational integrity, do low echelon support. That's done now. Unfulfilled import request. Don't know what the deal is there. Just move out the troops though. Let's now unpause and continue on our way. Make our way down to Africa. And so a lot of states have been taken. And I'm just waiting for there's a peace event for Paraguay. Not to worry about this. I'm not going to be involved in this treaty. It's mainly Canada who has all the war score here. I wasn't even involved in this war. Hit done. And Canada took all of Paraguay. They're probably going to make it into a puppet state. Doctrines available. What can we do? Oh, we have events now. Good. Let's make South Africa into our puppet. And liberate. Let them keep the protectorate. So they're going to become a puppet state now. South Africa is a Britain. So that's a piece of the British Empire back under our control. The fate of southern Italy, they're next. The SRI released the 2 Sicilies as a puppet. Even though the Italian Federation is our ally, the 2 Sicilies will be more useful to us because they'll have to listen to Britain constantly. That's done. The fate of Finland. Puppet, you will be liberated, Finland. And that gives Britain 3 new puppets. So overall at this point we have, let's see here, 5 subjects, I think? Yes, 5 subjects, the Kingdom of Finland, the South African Republic, 2 Sicilies, the Dominican Republic, and the Republic of Haiti. So let's get these troops we need down to Africa. They'll get ready to expand once they can do that. Can I do anything with this, though? I don't know. Bechuanaland. Botswana can be its own country, I guess? Not sure. I suppose it can be, if we have the ability to do so. Return Finnish lands. Return Finnish lands, so be it. Yes, return all the lands to them. Orders restored in Haiti. The fate of Botswana. Okay. Form the state of Botswana. And now we have a 6th puppet. The Abyssinian Empire declared war on the Kingdom of Somalia. That's interesting. So Abyssinia benefited greatly when the when Deutsche Mittelafrika collapsed, essentially. And now they're fighting Somalia, which, wow. Also, I didn't realize this, but French Somaliland is its own country, who's part of the Entente. Interesting, I guess. Keep moving troops down here, though. Botswana is our puppet, so they'll have to make do with our troops being moved down here, get this army in this area. Army 1 will push into this country, so on and so forth, up to, well, not to the north, but to the north, well, it is sort of to the north, to the northeastern, no, not the northeastern, the northwestern part of South Africa. Also have one army push here. That's not right. Messed up that order. Just complicated orders, aren't they? Just get all these units down here, though. Get them down here, please. We need all the troops we can get in this area available. Just get down here and we'll start pushing more into Africa. Army 4, get down here. Push into North Rhodesia. That's all I gotta do. Just push into North Rhodesia, who is in a war, I think. That's their goal. That's the wrong army. Whatever, get Army 3 to back them up. Army 5, I mean. Army 2. I mean, numbers get a little confusing for the armies we have because the 2nd British Army is just a bunch of garrison divisions, garrison troops. It's just a bunch of home guard and militia and such. And now we have our units moving down to the south. Doctrines available. We're doing superior firepower. Let's do shock and all. Get centralized fire control unlocked. I think that's what that said anyway. Are our units down here yet? No. There's some German East Asia troops moving around here, though, in the south. And now the Russian Democratic Federative Republic is fighting the Don Cuban Union, who is a puppet of Ukraine. And Ukraine is a member of the Reichspakt. Now the Russian boots march west to Germany, of course. So we're not going to get involved in that, though. Don't plan to anyway. And Karl of Romania is assassinated by the Iron Guard. That has happened. Improved artillery upgrade. Where are our units at? They're making their way down to South Africa, I figured. Here's more militia. Put some of them in, say, the Two Sicilies. And, I don't know, in Africa probably. Finland as well. Just to watch any type of places with victory point value or ports overall, just to make sure the possible enemies of the Kingdom of Britain are aware of our international presence overall. So these units to Vippery over here, defend these areas overall. Amphibious tank chassis has been researched. Move these units to South Africa, Botswana. Get all this done, please. Thank you guys. That's going to be done now. Defend these victory points, these states. More infantry are ready. Give them over to the 5th Army, who's still in transit to Africa. They have a long way to go. I mean, they're not too long, but they are making their way down to South Africa. It is quite a trip going there from Europe, honestly. And speaking of Europe, the French Kingdom is now a thing. It's a puppet of Germany. Also, Brittany is now a puppet of Germany, led by Louis of Hesse. And besides that, Brittany is split in two. The French national state controls the western half, and Brittany controls they control the eastern half. And ultimately, we did capture these places when we invaded France, but we weren't too worried about taking any of France's territory. So that's just how everything worked out. Also, the Italians gained this. I think they took Savoy in the peace conference. The Italian Federation did. We have a focus we can do now. The focus tree is free. What can we do? What will we do? Let's do Revolutionary Admiralty, which is our naval, our Navy research tree. Well, part of the Navy part of the focus tree. And let's have more units here. Move down to Africa. And I think Russia was in a faction with Norway, so they have Norway on their side. They also have, who is this? Slovakia, they got occupied almost immediately, didn't they? Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, Slovakia was not ready. They were completely isolated. Norway is fighting so many divisions of the Reichspakt. I did not want to join this war. We're just focusing on expanding in Africa. Wilhelm II. William V says no. They're basically the same guy, but it makes a difference. Let's research improved medium tank chassis because we can. Let's also research improved heavy tank chassis. And are these units down here yet? Please, I want to start expanding. The Russian Republic joined a Co-Prosperity Spear. Did they just leave Norway to die? Co-Prosperity Spear, Norway. Oh, they just merged the factions together. The German-Japanese War is now involved. Well, I mean, the German-Japanese War started because obviously Co-Prosperity spears the Japanese faction. Parliamentary Romania is restored by the military. I am probably not going to bother in this Russo-Japanese conflict. Well, the Russia's and Japan's war with the Chinese, well, with Germany and the Reichspakt. I'm not too involved in all that. At least the Germans have, besides everyone else in the Reichspakt, I think the Austrians merged their faction with the Germans. So it's very much, I don't know, a Eurasian war, I guess you could call it. Even though, I don't know. Whatever. Let's start focusing on pushing into Africa, though. Declare war on this country here, who's at war with another country. Call to arms, South Africa. Go for it. I'm not joining any wars. We're fighting who we want, that's it. Just push in. Win a basic conflict. Is our Air Force down here? They should be at this point. We just finished researching Hawker Typhoon. There's too many planes here. Spread them out. Spread out all these fighters. Move a couple of them down here. Just do that, please. All you gotta do. We do not have enough close air support, don't we? Here's some more home guard, though. We captured the famous Ottoman operative, Yusuf Isas Paza, who may also go by Harrison Ford, if I'm thinking that's who that's based off of. Whatever. Let's keep pushing here and into Triumphant Confer. Declare war on Namibland. Go to war with them. Call in Botswana to help us. They're going to be involved in this here. Thank you, Botswana. There we go. We push forward for the Kingdom of Britain. And now let's fight North Rhodesia, who is fighting Gularingia, I think. Revolutionary Admiralty. That focus is done. Let's declare war on North Rhodesia now. Annex. Call in all of our allies for this conflict. Botswana, you're getting involved in this. So is South Africa because of how the front lines work out. Push forward for the Kingdom of Britain. That is what we are doing. Take Lusaka. We should outnumber any of the African countries division-wise, I would think. I mean, a lot of these countries in Africa are they're pretty new, relatively speaking. So as long as we just dominate them with our air power and our divisions, we should be fine. And we'll probably just end up spectating, well, basically spectating the Russian-Japanese Reichspakt war. So now in the focus tree, let's do, what can we do here? Cayley's plan, which is, no, that's not the right one. Let's do this then, or no, Dickens' plan, we'll do that. Complete that. And it looks like the Reichspakt does not have much success advancing into Russia. I imagine there's a lot of Japanese divisions on the front line now, or at least some of them. Never mind, or maybe Japan's busy fighting someone else. Let me check, actually. Japan, oh, they're fighting all of these countries. That explains it. Now German Empire is invading Lithuania. Well, they're at war with Lithuania. I don't know why. They just are. Lithuania is part of no faction, though. Revolt in the Reichspakt. And that is great. So Lithuania is fighting against the Germans, and they are national populist in ruling ideology. Besides that, White Ruthenia, which I have not talked about, they are national populist also, but they just sort of exist. They seem kind of isolationist, honestly. Be more aggressive, guys. More aggressive execution of the orders. Be more aggressive. The whole British army needs to be more aggressive. We have so much land to get in Africa and so little time to get it. Well, not really so little time, but I just want to get these conquests over with as fast as possible for the sake of a swift victory everywhere. Advance here. We have tanks. Use these tanks. Just take out North Rhodesia. Just defeat them. That's all I gotta do. Push into South Africa. Keep pushing. And I gotta move some planes out of this airbase, don't I? Move these bombers here. And set them up in this airbase. Come on. And they'll do something. Standing by. Now do air superiority. And that's interception. What am I doing? Why are these... Oh, I moved the naval bomber squadron down here. Just operate in the Mozambique channel. I don't care. Keep pushing forward, though. And now we can possibly invade eastern Baratsland. Well, Baratsland in general. Just defeat these countries first. Get all that done. And actually, no. We could... Let's go ahead and declare war. Dialton Kampfer has been defeated. Take all states in turn. Let's bring over the First Army over to Baratsland, and push into that country. And we'll slowly make our way up toward the Congo, probably. We'll have to defeat this country. Then we have to defeat... Who's this here? Garon Gangzi? I don't know some of these country names at all. But we're going to keep advancing, though. So to bring forth all of our infantry divisions, also give these guys unit leader traits, possibly. Give Army 2's leader, actually no, that's not needed. Army 5, give him guerrilla fighter for more entrenchment buffs, well, entrenchment buffs in general. Keep pushing. We got to take Nam Inland soon. This should be an easy war. You would think so anyway. Go on, get to their capital. Just get there. Reach their capital. Also, what are you doing? Take this province. We're basically overwhelming them. Well, North Rhodesian anyway. Keep taking enemy territory. Get all it done. Get all this completed. And can we make this country... I don't know. What can we do? I wanted to make them into a puppet, but we can't do it yet. Just release them. We can't do it. We just can't. Keep pushing them. Take this territory, though. Declare war on them now. Iceland. Push in. Gotta call in Botswana, of course. Get involved. And somebody fell ill. That's one of our commanders. Oh well. Push forward, please. Are you not involved in this? You should be. Thank you. Why are you not involved? You should be involved in this. They are not at war with them. I don't know why. Whatever, just push through this weird, convoluted way of getting into their country. Move toward their capital, though. Just defeat all these countries that are left to go against us. It's such a slow march, though, because there's only so much room for us to fight in. Once we get through these countries here, we should have plenty of more space to use for our wars in Africa. You would think so, anyway. So keep pushing here. What does it take to defeat this nation? I'm inland. Not joining your wars. I refuse to fight in Russia or in Japan. I'm not signing up for this war with... Okay, there we go. Good. And now let's annex everything. Take all states. In turn, I'm not fighting Japan or Russia or any of their allies. I want no part of that, although I do have some import troubles at this point. No national focus set. Let's now do fast battleship effort. Keep pushing forward. We've taken all of Namibia, I think. Possibly. Keep pushing here. Take this capital of the enemy. What are you doing? Take the capital. There's some event there about the darkest days of Europe or something like that. If I understand that right, take the enemy capital here. The fate of Namibia. There we go. Make it a state. We now have a puppet called Namibland, which is led by the same guy we just defeated, but with a different flag, I think. Whatever. A puppet state is a puppet state. Another victory for the Kingdom of Britain, I guess. Let's keep pushing into North Rhodesian and Iceland. Win here, please. Just win your wars. Also, bring up the entire Air Force out of South Africa. Focus up here, if they can at all. I don't think they can. You can't use that airbase also, which is awkward. Whatever. Just take this enemy capital. Reach the capital. Push here. Just advance wherever you can. And make breakthroughs wherever we can at the same time. I think once we capture North Rhodesia's capital, I'm just going to build upon the airbase there and make it have its most highest capacity possible, because we need more air bases in Africa. So the airbase in South Zambezia will have to do. Zambezia? I don't know, whatever. Just capture it eventually. Just take it. It's held by one militia unit. They're in a war, so they're not really focused on defending their capital, I guess. Come on, let's do this. Take the capital. Done. And now, what do we need to beat them at this point? We got to take this capital also. I mean, this city. So at this point, let's start moving some planes up north. Take our Air Force here. What's the capacity already? 200. So let's move nothing but close air support aircraft up here, because honestly, I don't expect our enemies to have much in the way of challenging our Air Force, even if it's just close air support mission aircraft like bombers and stuff. So let's bring in more. Let's stop training militia. Or no, just keep training militia. Just, I don't know, we got to deal with them constantly. Bring in more divisions for the 4th Army. They're going to be sent down to Africa now. Keep advancing into Rhodesia. Take their capital here. Hold down this enemy division. And we've transferred some planes over. Let's go ahead and start improving that air base as rapidly as possible. And let's move this right to the very top of the queue. So come on here. Let's make it shift. No, that's not right. Let's build everything we can. Maximum amount of air bases. And Iceland has lost. Take all states. Good. And now I wonder if they can become a puppet of Britain. I don't know if they can or not, but we'll see in the future. And at this point, let's just focus on defeating North Rhodesia before we continue expanding. We had the troops here, just overwhelmed them. Who are they even fighting? North Rhodesia is fighting Goaringia, yeah. That's who they're taking on at this time. And we have some decisions here we can use that are relevant. Goaringia has capitulated. Great news, I guess. Tanganyika took all their territory. The Anti-Goring Pact has succeeded there for sure. Keep pushing here, take northern Samosea. Why do we gotta take everything? What do we need to win? They need 20% or less of their war score to lose. And at this point, they're at 24. They need to have 20% or less of their victory points. They're at 24%, I think. So just keep taking everything here. We just gotta take this state overall. Keep surrounding these enemy divisions. We'll fight these people up here eventually, this country. The Tanzania, they are an anti-Goring Pact. And Canada has declared war on us. They want to invade our country. Great, the Entente is moving to reclaim Europe. That was a mistake. A very big mistake. Call to arms. Help us, please. Please aid us. Yeah, I'm not going to help you with Russia and... Oh, we can actually fight Portugal now, I think. Is Portugal part of this faction, the Entente? They are, yes. So maybe if the Portuguese get called into a war, we can take all of Angola and Mozambique for the Kingdom of Britain. We're still not going to worry about fighting the Japanese or the Russians, but we will defend our territory around the world. So get more units here for the 5th Army at this point. We are going to have to be concerned about a possible naval invasion of Canada. And is Denmark part of our faction? I don't think they are. They're part of no factions. They are guaranteed by the Germans, though, so I don't know. We could have enough. We got to invade Iceland, don't we? The Kingdom of Iceland. The Kingdom of Iceland? What in the world happened there? Wow. Edward VIII is the King of Iceland. I didn't realize that. We had to navally invade Iceland now. We'll focus on that after we get done in Africa. I guess. We could just do it that way. Keep advancing here. And Canada has called an Australasian Confederation. And I think the French national state is probably going to lose some territory in France. You would think they would anyway. Morocco is going to move into Algeria. I don't think the French national state was really ready for this war. The Third Weltkrieg is taking place. And this is actually a lot bigger than the Second Weltkrieg, which was the Third Internationale versus the German Empire and the German Empire and the who? Costa Rica. Oh my goodness gracious, way too many countries. The Third International versus the Entente and the Reichspakt. Now for the Third Weltkrieg we have the Co-Prosperity Spear with the Russian Republic and Japan and their allies versus the Reichspakt, and also the Reichspakt versus Canada, France, and all the Entente. And I think we should be able to beat the Entente. We'll focus extensively on them as we're not at war with Russia or China. So I mean Russia or Japan. So let's get more units deployed here. We're at the unit cap. What am I doing? Get these guys deployed though. We'll make a new army, the 6th Army, and their goal is quite simple. Eric Charles Hayes here. His goal, go up here for one, to actually no, go to Orkney and well Scapa Flow. Go up here. The Faroe Islands, I guess that's what they're called. No, they're over here, I think. Forget that then. But get these units up here. Give them the color of pink or indigo or whatever this is. Set them up here. Do a naval invasion order. We're going to invade Iceland and take the initiative against the Canadians. Move 4 infantry divisions toward Iceland just to eliminate that country as a threat to the Union, well, the Kingdom of Britain. So let's actually have 3 different naval invasions. 2 units will go for the capital of Iceland, and the other 2 will go for different ports belonging to Iceland. I think that could be a good plan. We'll see. We'll get everything set up. I got to move the Navy up here also, don't I? I feel that I got to do that, yeah. So get these units here, set them up, and get this underway. And we're not going to worry too much about the French national state. We could, in fact, go help Morocco at this time. I may do that, probably. So let's go ahead and move one of our armies out of Africa. Bring all of Army 5, take them out of where they are, and send them up to Morocco. And their goal is quite simple. They just got to push into the French national state's territory and try to take out as many enemy soldiers as possible. maybe even seize Algiers if everything goes to plan, but we'll see what happens once they arrive. So bring them up now. We can also call in the Kingdom of Two Sicilies to be involved in this war, I think. Let me request some forces. Actually, never mind. It's not worth it to request any divisions from the Two Sicilies because they only have, like, what, 2 divisions? So let's forget that then. And right now the First Army is in transit toward Morocco, where they hopefully will start, well, not the First Army, the Fifth Army, actually. They are in transit to Morocco from their positions in South Africa. So once they do arrive, if they arrive on time, they will take part in the Moroccan invasion of the French national state. And let's focus on beating North Rhodesia right now. And after we defeat North Rhodesia, we'll focus on pushing into the Congo after that point. We can modify our government. Let's go up to war economy. We can do that. We're at partial mobilization right now, so let's change that though. War economy, that's done. And let's also move the main bulk of the British Navy all the way up to England once more, because they are going to have to be useful in securing control over the North Sea, the Norwegian Sea, and the Denmark Straits, so that we can have our naval invasion of the Kingdom of Iceland, which is controlled by the fake king of the British, if you get what I mean. You have Edward VIII here, a Windsor, and then you have William V, the proper king of Britain, who is a Hohenzollern. So we have, well, two kings from German dynasties fighting each other for the control of England and Britannia overall. And Paraguay is called into a war against us, whatever. Keep pushing here. Are we at war with Portugal at this point? I think we are. Are we? Oh, we are, yeah. Let's assign one army to push into Angola. So, defeat this military force here. Let's just grab, I don't know, should we? Are these guys pushing anywhere at all? Whatever, just focus on North Rhodesia right now. Some new militia have been made. Let's stop producing as much militia because we are at the division. Oh, never mind. We aren't at the division cap anymore. So I'm at least going to slow down on producing as many militia divisions. Or never mind, actually. Never mind. Never mind. Modify government. Let's get that tank designer because we had the political power for it. Tank designer. Let's go with light tank designer. Vauxhall tank designer is going to be good enough for us. We get higher max speed and higher defense from them, being employed by the Kingdom of Britain. Meanwhile, while this is going on, North Rhodesia has capitulated, so let's take all their land, get this done here, take all states, and that is done. So we have more territory in Africa at this point. Let's now break up our forces a little bit here, take the First Army, focus them entirely, get rid of all these orders for one, take the First Army and push into Garangzi, advance there, and have the Third Army move into Mozambique. Meanwhile, we'll have the, who's left here? Have the motorized army, essentially, the Fourth Army, move into Portuguese Angola and capture that. The Portuguese Empire does not seem to have any soldiers stationed in this colony overseas territory at all, so these should be pretty easy victories for us against the Entente in Africa. And obviously, once we take Angola and Mozambique in a potential peace treaty, we will make them into puppets. Where is our navy at? How are they going right now? They're in the Gulf of Guinea. Well, some of them are in the Gulf of Guinea right now. They're going up to Orkney at this time, or that state in general. How is that Fifth Army doing? They're making their way up to Morocco now at this point. Good. Are we advancing into Mozambique as I told these soldiers to? Be aggressive, please. Be very aggressive. Break through here. Take all these ports. Make sure the Portuguese don't have time to really mount a very successful defense. If possible, let's declare war on Garangisi now. Declare war on them. Move in here, push forward, and move on their capital while those units are pinned down and take all their victory points. Paraguay has capitulated. Who are they fighting? Are they fighting Brazil? Is Brazil... I think Brazil took them out. Brazil is part of the Reichspakt, so that would make sense, wouldn't it? Bulgaria, some more declaration stuff. Someone wants to call us to arms, I think. That's usually what everything's about. Research slot available. Let's now start researching. What can we research here? Research, I don't know. Research. Bren carrier. That doesn't look like a Bren carrier to me, but... oh, it does. Okay, never mind. Get that done, though. Now we have some decisions here to fate of Zimbabwe and to fate of Zambia. And let's make Zimbabwe into its own puppet state. Zimbabwe, Rhodesia will become a puppet of the Kingdom of Britain. Now we had the fate of Zambia. Also, make them a puppet of... maybe, yeah. Okay, so we're basically making North Rhodesia again. So Zambia will be a puppet of Great Britain. Well, the Kingdom of Britain. That is done at this point, so let's keep advancing here. And this is Zambia and Iceland Free State. It's led by the Hans Huttig, who was the leader of North Rhodesia. Meanwhile, South Rhodesia has Arthur Bomber Harris in charge of it. Crazy. And let's call them to arms in our conflicts. Please, I need you guys involved. Never mind, they already are. They're fine. So let's get these guys to draw up some new front lines, though, to make things less complicated. Please. And push here into this country. Get that done. Keep advancing into... okay, that's not right. That was a mistake. Fix this up, though. Just this country, please. Don't go into Angola. The motorized army will focus on Angola. Just push where you're supposed to go. Come on now. I gotta delete this order, don't I? That's a different army. What did I do? Oh, no, I deleted those naval orders. Those naval... I gave them two similar colors, didn't I? That was a terrible mistake. I got to give that 4th Army, like, blue. I mean, not the 4th Army, but, like, the 6th Army. 6th Army needs, like, blue colors. That was a terrible blunder on my part. I now had to get ready for naval invasions on Iceland once again. So, push there. Also, 6th Army gets color of blue. There, that shouldn't happen again. That was a real mistake there. 3rd Army, keep pushing into Angola. There's more Entente troops here now. Their soldiers are present in this area. Well, they're mostly Portuguese units here, but there's also some from the French National State and Canada. So let's take them out or try to annihilate their forces there. Our allies are pushing into Algeria, I think, and French Morocco. More or less, yes, southern Algeria. They are pushing there. And let's make these naval orders, naval invasion orders once again. So here we have two divisions will go for the Icelandic capital. Then one will go for a port in the north. And another will head... Actually, no, I gotta fix this again. Ah, great, I deleted that order. Why am I doing all this stuff by accident? There we are, one order there. One order here. Get all this done. And now, get these 2 divisions here. And make sure that's done right. So let's set up these 2 divisions to take the capital of Iceland. Get this, please, work this time. Good. So those orders will take some time to be ready. We need to get them a few ships. Well, we gotta get the Navy up here. Let's go ahead and put one of our the reserve fleet. Put the reserve fleet in the North Sea, just so they'll be there already. Patrol the North Sea, please. That's all you gotta do. Reserve fleet. And the main fleet is arriving. Good. And what we're gonna do is, once they do arrive, we're going to split up one task force to go into the Denmark Strait and the other one to go into the Norwegian Sea. Then we'll just keep another one around for naval invasion support. And how is the Reichspakt push into Russia going? They are facing Russian and Japanese divisions, so I imagine that is quite frustrating. But they are making some progress toward Petrograd, it looks like. And even once they defeat Russia, they're going to have to go into... They're going to have to fight their way through, say, through Japan, which is the home islands of Japan will not be an easy place for them to take, even with the Reichspakt numbers. But let's keep advancing here, keep the enemy pinned down with a third army, take this port in coastal Zambesia. Is that right now? Take this port, deprive the enemy of a port, attack them. What do you do? Oh, we gotta call in South Africa, don't we? Yes, yes we do. Also, we gotta move some planes around, it seems. Are these planes even in the right area? Did they move out? Oh, they did move out. That's embarrassing. Focus everything on this part of Africa. And keep these... Where are those naval bombers at? Not entirely sure. Take these naval bombers... And they're not even in the right place anymore. Stay down here, focus on the Mozambique Channel, and call in the South African Republic to the war. You need to be involved in this. You gotta fight everyone, I'm sorry. South African Republic. You gotta aid us here. So let's push into more Mozambique now, capture all of their ports to prevent them from really reinforcing everything, and just get rid of their presence in the ports of Mozambique. And are we at war with Russia and Japan at this time? We aren't. Good. I don't want to have to fight the co-prosperity spear. We are at war with the Entente and just the Entente, as well as that country in Africa. I'm probably not pronouncing the name of right. So keep advancing here, take their capital, keep pushing. Can you guys be more aggressive? Just take them, defeat them. Order is restored in the Dominican Republic. Okay. Rush forward. Why are you guys taking so long? Oh, they're not. Great. I gotta call another country into war. Zambiland, Namibiland, I mean. Call to arms. You gotta join in here. You wanna quick get this done. Take this entire area. Go. And once we do all this, we should have another route open into Garangenzi. Maybe, I don't know. Keep pushing here, though. Take this port. We did take that port. Let's seal off this area then, and just capture all this for the Kingdom of Britain and our forces in Africa. Our dockyards have been expanded. Let's now... I don't know what this is about. Lithuania has capitulated. It got annexed. Lithuania went to war with Germany. That did not end very well for them. Let's now do the focus, dreadnought effort. And there's a lot of Reichspakt forces being shifted around, I can tell. Let's get these ships up here, get our units together, the fleets together and Scapa Flow. Get this group here, naval invasion support. Come on now, naval invasion support. Did I hit something wrong? Maybe I did. Naval invasion support. Get it done. Focus on the Denmark Strait and the Norwegian Sea. Now, let's divide up this group here. Who are not doing anything. So split them up. And one is going into the Denmark Sea, the other is going, and West Africa is now at war with us. The Dominion of West Africa is patrol here and patrol up here. Get all that done, please. So move those ships into position, those fleets, and I believe the Dominion of West Africa is not fighting the Nigerian Free State at this time, which is weird. There's now more of an Entente presence in Angola. Not a surprise, we took kind of long in getting our troops set up here. Once we get done with this country we're fighting against at this time, the Garant, whatever, the country, the paternal autocrat country led by Mwenda III will start attacking more of Angola. And right now we have pinned down enemy units in Mozambique. This place is nearly secured. Almost. It almost is. We have the entire Third Army up here. If that's not enough to do it, I don't know what is. Just push forward, please. Push forward. Get a victory. Just keep advancing. We have some more divisions ready. These are motorized. Send them to the 4th Army. Here's some militia. Send them to the militia force we have. And are these units ready? Go. Begin the naval invasion of the Kingdom of Iceland. And we're invading Iceland to make it easier for us to navally invade Canada, which is something we're going to have to do in order to defeat the Entente. It just has to happen. Take these provinces here, split up this enemy's army, this country's military, just split it in half. Get that done. Keep moving into Angola, cut off their forces, or attempt to anyway. Just capture their ports. That's all you gotta do. Okay, all of Mozambique has fallen to the Third Army, so let's now put them on the border here and defeat this country, and then we'll move over and defeat the Portuguese Empire in Angola. That sounds like a plan, in my humble opinion. So keep pushing wherever you are. We failed that encirclement. That sort of bombed. Norway has capitulated. How is Iceland faring? Let me check. Is that still going on? Okay, they haven't landed yet. The Kingdom of Iceland has like a few units. Our forces are encountering some resistance. Select a technology to research. Let's start researching. What can we get here? The Humber? Get the Humber. Research that, please. Keep pushing forward. Just we got to make more progress. I think Greece is part of the Entente. I believe they are. Keep pushing more into Mozambique. I mean Angola. There's so many Portuguese divisions here. Wow. What? Oh my goodness gracious. Take Bankia. Bankia? Just capture it. They try to encircle one of our units. That is just rude. We should be the ones doing the encircling now. Keep pushing here though. The Third Army has to be moved from their positions. And not looking too good for the French national state, I will say that. Keep pushing here, though. Gain some more ground in this area. Algiers is surrounded. Iceland we've landed. What is keeping them alive? I don't know, but Garanganzi is fallen. Take all states for Britain. Done. Let's move in with more units here. We'll start advancing into Iceland and capitulate this country. Just get a victory for us. So just move in. What is keeping them alive? Like, what do they need to lose? They gotta lose, let me check here. They need 20% or less. So we gotta control more of their state, essentially. I guess that's how that works. I don't know entirely. Use force attack, though. Try to split this unit apart. Destroy them, just stop attacking them with one division here. Okay. Now let's start moving more into the Dreadnought effort has been researched. Move the entirety of Army 1 into Angola. Just get this done. We need to finish up everything in Angola so we can start pushing elsewhere. Move there. Third Army move here on the border of the Congo. I think this is the Congo. I mean the country name. I know it is the Congo geographically. The Congo Free State. We're going to defeat them and restore order into this part of Africa. Because, I mean, they're fighting like 3 different countries at this time, I think. Germany's calling us into wars. No national focus set. Let's start researching Republican Marines. Lisbon has fallen. That's a defeat for the Portuguese Empire. Push here, pin down this enemy unit. Force the Kingdom of Iceland into capitulation. Then we can start focusing on fighting the Canadians on their their home turf. Once we take Iceland, we're going to hop our way over to, say, Nova Scotia, probably, or New England. Just make our way there. Keep pushing here, though. On the bright side, the Entente, especially Canada, is probably pretty spread out with their front lines right now. So once we get to Canada itself, I don't think there should be that much resistance to our pushes there. Let's put more of the Air Force in Middle Africa. Order restored there. Okay. Get some more close air support in this area. Or interwar bombers. I don't know. I need more tactical bomber research, don't I? I probably do. I'm just using these really old bombers by 1940 standards. I really do need to research that. That would be a good idea. So keep pushing here in Angola. Get all that done. And there's some fighting going on in French West Africa. Not much in Nigeria, surprisingly. Keep pushing here in North Africa, though. So we've surrounded like a handful of French national state divisions and a few units from New England. He was a puppet of They're a puppet of Canada, I believe, so keep advancing here. And keep moving into Iceland at the same time. What is keeping them alive? Like, seriously, what more do we need? Their war score should be so bad right now. Okay, they capitulated, good. Now, before we continue into, say, taking Canada, we're going to have to get more of a naval force together. Well, I mean more soldiers. We're going to need more than just 4 divisions. Just to simply say, we need more than 4 units. And I need to merge my navies back together, don't I? Well, except for the naval invasion support group. So move over here to this base, move the patrol here, we had in the Denmark Strait, and also get this unit in the North Sea. It will merge with the main fleet, and that would be good. Just dock in Iceland, and I'm glad we had a victory in Iceland. I'm glad it was not as, reinforced as it could have been. Are we going to go ahead and attack the Congo? We could probably handle it. Go to war now with the Congo Free State and the Force Publique. Annex. Begin the push. And we got to call in our allies, don't we? The German Empire has land here for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why they have Eastern Angola. I didn't give Eastern Angola to them. Whatever. Call in the... Never mind, actually. We're going to have a lot of E's pushing in here. Call to arms for this war. They're going to help with the war there. More militia are available. Okay, send them over to the militia army. I think I'm actually just going to train militia until I hit the cap for that garrison force. So start moving in here, please. Go forward. What are you guys doing? Push. Just take that enemy territory. How are they still hanging on in Angola? They've lost all their ports, haven't they? Oh no, they still have a port. Not for much longer, though. We're going to go into Leopoldville, probably through Angola. Once we can start making more advances there, start making also more interwar bombers. Why am I not making any close air support? I guess because I chose to go with a tactical bomber route for this playthrough. Oh well. How's the Navy doing? The French National State has capitulated. There'll probably be a peace treaty about them soon enough, because they typically have a, their own little peace treaty, if I recall. Let's now move the 5th Army out of North Africa up to Iceland. They're most likely going to be the unit we use. I mean, the unit formation we will use to invade Canada with, or New England with, shortly. And where's the remainder of the Navy we had here? Like, there's 82 more ships. Where are they? They're in Cornwall. Why are you in Cornwall? Go to Iceland. And it looks like there is a Austrian naval unit just preparing themselves in Junmayan, which was captured. Okay, the French National State is now going to be cut up. So let's take a lot of land in, I guess. What could be the most, I don't know. Let me think here. Take everything up here, possibly. Actually, no, the Germans are going to focus on North Africa. Let's go for all of West Africa. Take this, like, what would be Mali, Mauritania, Senegal. So let's now, I don't know, in turn. We don't need, like, Corsica. I think they had Corsica as well. Yeah, I don't need Corsica. In turn, though, can we take this? No, in turn. Take more of this down here, and we'll just get a bigger presence on Africa by doing this on the continent of Africa. In turn once more. Keep ending turn once we hit the cap for what we can capture here. Why does the Barataya Commune have war score for this? I don't know, I guess they fought some of the French National State. Passed once again. I can see that the Germans are taking some land themselves now, down here. Whatever, we have the lion's share of West Africa, so it's fine. Take these states and turn again. And let's take this and hit in turn one more time. And that's going to be it for us, I would say. What's left, actually? Brittany. We might take Brittany. But then again, if we did that, we had to return it to the Germans, so I don't think I want to do that. I mean, no, I don't think it's worth it. We have to give up that. Nah, let's just end turn done. I figure the Brittany and the territory in Brittany and Corsica would just go to the German puppets known as the French Kingdom and the Brittany anyway, so it wasn't no point for us to do anything there. Now we gotta start pushing more into this part of Africa. So what do? Do we move the 5th Army? Actually, no. Let's just have them stay in West Africa for now. We'll focus on Canada later, once we get done pushing through Angola and whatnot. Just advance into the Entente-held parts of West Africa. It's the only most reasonable thing I can think of doing. Push here, take all of this once we can. That order's been activated. And Angola is nearly fallen. They have no more ports, which has been a pretty bad thing for the... It's been rough for the Portuguese in Africa overall. And why do the Germans have Angola? I don't get it. Why do they have it? We fought for it. Why are they the ones occupying it? Let me ask for control of the state. Angola. Just Angola. We fought for it now. Come on. I just want Angola, nothing else. They said yes to everything. Good. So now we're going to start pushing more into the Congo once we defeat the whatever's left of the Entente and Angola, and that's going to be it. They just had their last division, well, the Portuguese divisions in Old Congo. They got surrounded and destroyed. Algeria is now independent. Well, they're a puppet of Germany, probably. And let's make some puppets ourselves. Mauritania. Form the state of Mauritania. The state of Mali. Form the state of Mali. Guinea. State of Guinea. Mosiland. Form the state of Mosiland. Sierra Leone. Form the state of Sierra Leone. And the fate of Wadai. Form the state of Wadai. That is that. And what's this about returning Egyptian lands? What Egyptian lands? Okay, forget that then. Keep pushing though. We gotta focus on fighting in... We gotta fight in West Africa and in Central Africa. Now, I would say at this point we control all of South Africa. And I think I'm going to end part 4 of my Kingdom of Britain William V playthrough in the Hearts of Iron 4 mod, Kaiserredux here. If you like the mod, you can check it out in the video description. The link to it is there. If you enjoyed the video itself, make sure to like and subscribe.